Fans, at this time, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First, for the visiting Concordia University of Chicago Cougars. A 6-foot senior from Cicero, Illinois, number 2, Julian Yanez. A 6'2 senior from Noblesville, Indiana, number 7, Garrett Pointer. A 5'9 senior from Fort Collins, Colorado, number 10, Spencer Nicholson. A 5'6 freshman from Aurora, Illinois, number 18, Christian Ibarra. A 5'9 senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 22, Elias De Santiago. A 5'9 freshman from Berwyn, Illinois, number 23, Xavier Avila. A 5'11 junior from Melrose Park, Illinois, number 28, Justin Ocampo. A 5'5 sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 29, Omar Figueroa. A 5'9 junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 30, Alexander Leovitz. A 5'7 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 36, Julian Delgado. And the goalkeeper, a 6'1 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 35, Nathan Gutiel. The Cougars are led by head coach Brad Callahan and assistant coach Ellis Jones. And now the starting lineup for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A 6'2 junior from Plainfield, Illinois, number 3, Matthew Watson. A 5'7 junior from El Dorado Hills, California, number 4, Ben Mel. A 5'8 sophomore from Kimberly, Wisconsin, number 5, Brennan Paradiso. A 6-foot senior from Skokie, Illinois, number 6, Devin Zachary. A 5'11 senior from Weston, Florida, number 9, Mateo Sanchez. A 5'8 junior from Burbank, Illinois, number 11, Christian Garcia. A 6'1 sophomore from Bentonville, Illinois, number 25, Dominic Krupa. A 6'1 freshman from Parker, Colorado, number 27, Cal Graham. A 6-foot sophomore from Larnaca, Cyprus, number 31, Puros Simitras. A 5'11 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 34, Adrian Cogayudo. And a 6'2 senior from Olney, Maryland, the goalkeeper, number 1, Adam Falsino. The Scarlet Hawks are led by head coach Marlon McKenzie. He's assisted by Aziz Tara and Julian Soto. Now, fans, would you all please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Beautiful fall night at Stewart Field in Chicago as we get ready for NAC men's soccer action. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks back at home as they play host to the Concordia Cougars of Chicago. Chris Rouse here on the call. It's the Concordia of Chicago Cougars come into this matchup with a record of 1-7 on the season, looking for a goal
for the first time in almost over 400 minutes of game action, but they come out against this Illinois Tech team who's also looking to get back into the win column following a 5-1 loss on Saturday at the hands of the MSOE Raiders right here at Stewart Field. So this should be a pretty fun matchup in NAC conference play right now early in the season. You have to love early college conference soccer, especially when the teams are probably in those first 5 to 6 matchups and they're still trying to figure out this placing in these standings. And right now, Concordia Chicago, obviously with only one win, that being a non-conference win against Kuiper College at the bottom of the NAC, but Illinois Tech in 8th place right now, needing a win just to keep up with the rest of the pack. Right now, the Cougars send out the starting 11. They're in the maroon uniforms with the white numbers, gold trim. And here are the starters for the Cougars of Concordia University of Chicago. To be number 2, Julian Yanez. Number 7, Garrett Pointer. Number 10, Spencer Nicholson. Number 18, Christian Ibarra. Number 22, Elias De Santiago. Number 23, Xavier Avila. Number 28, Justin Ocampo. Number 29, Omar Figueroa. Number 30, Alexander Leovitz. Number 36, Julian Delgado, and the keeper will be number 35, Nathan Gudiel. Meanwhile, in the all-white uniforms with the red numbers and red trim will be the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, looking to get a win at home in conference play. They have already 2 losses at home, one against Edgewood and the most recent coming against the MSOE Raiders. We're underway here at Stewart Field, but here are the starters for the Scarlet Hawks as you see them in the white uniforms currently chasing the ball as Concordia is currently in possession at the moment. It will be number 3, Matthew Watson. Number 4, Ben Mill. Number 5, Brendan Paradiso. Number 6, Devin Zachary. Number 9, Mateo Sanchez. Number 11, Christian Garcia. Number 25, Dominic Krupa. Number 27, Cal Graham. Number 31, Piros Simitris. Number 34, Adrian Kogayudo. And the keeper will be number 1, Adam Falsino. Here's Christian Garcia, who had it briefly. It was knocked away for a moment there by Garrett Pointer. Back to Garcia, and he'll send it over to the sideline for the Scarlet Hawks. Concordia in possession here. Very loud sideline for this Concordia Cougars roster. Already hyped about this early possession here as we begin this matchup just before 7 p.m. locally here in Chicago. We played about a minute already, and we still haven't actually hit 7 o'clock just yet. Happy that you could join us here on this Wednesday evening. It's a beautiful October Wednesday. 66 degrees is the official count. Clear skies, certainly clear sky. I can see the beautiful Sears Tower, as we still call it, the locals. We still call it here. Got the purple lights tonight. But under the lights here at Stewart Field, Illinois Tech in possession. And we've played 90 seconds thus far. Sideline passing for the Scarlet Hawks between Watson and Zachary. Zachary, the Scarlet Hawks leader in goals this season with 8. He has Illinois Tech's most recent goal that occurred on Saturday against MSOE as we get a whistle here on the field. And the foul will go in favor of the Cougars of Concordia, Chicago. Short trip down 290 from nearby River Forest, Illinois from the Cougars. I assume 290. I would hope they didn't go the long way around on 55. A little local humor there as now Illinois Tech input trying to chase the ball. And it's run down by the Scarlet Hawks. Mill in possession at the middle of the pitch. Illinois Tech in their game on Saturday against MSOE. One thing that I thought they had an issue, one of the main issues was the connection on the passing. The passing has looked pretty good here in this 3rd minute. And as I say that, there's a pass and a mishandle taken away by De Santiago for Concordia. Garrett Pointer back outside to De Santiago. Pass goes wide. The ball's going to be run down. It will remain with Concordia. Cougars throw in. Coming here on the south side of the field. 31st Street side of Stewart Field. And now the throw in comes in. It's bounced away. Avila able to repossess the ball. Nice pass and spin out there by, I believe that was Figueroa. Ball goes out of play, will remain, or excuse me, will go over to Illinois Tech. here in the 4th minute. Still no score. And it's early season NAC conference matchup between the Concordia Chicago Cougars and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. DeSantiago plays it to Figueroa. Here's Garcia. Mill now in possession for Illinois Tech. Tries to play it up the pitch. They get Devin Zachary. Zachary trying to make a move against Figueroa. Illinois Tech trying to make a run. And here's a pretty good turn down the sideline for Paradiso. Paradiso tries to cross it over. It's deflected away. And Illinois Tech will get our first corner of the evening here in the 5th minute. Let's see, we got Zachary is in behind the net. Trying to see if he'll take the corner here. Actually, Devin Zachary going to send it long. That'll be Christian Garcia, the junior out of Burbank, Illinois, the former St. Lawrence Viking. He's going to tee up the corner. Illinois Tech with one to the front post, one to the back post. Nice high corner from Garcia, but that goes right to Delgado for Concordia. Here's another chance. Illinois Tech with a run on the net, and that's going to be offside against Simitris. And Concordia now will get a chance to turn it over to their keeper, Nathan Gutiel, making his 4th start of the season, his 7th game played. Goal against average of 1.67, record of 1-2. He saves with 10 saves, 66% on save shots that he's faced that he's actually had a chance to make a play on this season. 66% is the save percentage. Another ball goes out of play for Concordia. Pretty long throw in on that side for the Cougars. Ball deflected away. And we got a whistle. Looks like we'll favor Concordia, as Figueroa puts the ball back over into the middle of the pitch. And the Cougars actually start their set piece here with about 3 in the penalty area, all on the far right side of where the ball is sitting on the pitch. You can probably see on your screen, you got about 3 players in maroon at the top of your screen. Garrett Pointer goes 6'2". Looks like he could start a run towards that far post. Illinois Tech, let's see how they play it. It was going to go to Pointer, and Illinois Tech able to clear it out. Great read defensively by the Scarlet Hawks. And now DeSantiago able to make a play. Over to Lehovitz. Nice back pass there to set up an opportunity. Build up for Nicholson. Nicholson with a chance to cross it. He gets knocked down there by Watson. The ball will go out of play. And Concordia now will get their first corner of the evening. Sophomore out of Morton West High School, Omar Figueroa, taking the corner. The Concordia sideline saying they want one on the goalie here. There's a header. The shot to the net, off the post, and is knocked away. Here's another chance for Concordia. Another opportunity. Faustino comes away with a save. That was a beautiful header opportunity for Concordia. Faustino able to get a hand on it, knocked it straight into the air, hits the post. Then when it rolled off the post, Faustino had to punch it away. It was still live. And then after all was said and done, Faustino made the save to keep it scoreless as we get set to begin the 9th minute. Here we are now actually into the 9th minute of the matchup. Ball taken away by Elias DeSantiago. Garcia goes down for Illinois Tech, and that'll be a foul against Concordia. Elias DeSantiago. Brad Callahan, the head coach of Concordia, Named the head coach back in February 2023. Couldn't scratch across a win a season ago, as now we got Garcia down on the field. And you never want to see any player get injured, as now Garcia is still grabbing at that ankle. The 5'8" junior out of Burbank, Illinois. He's had quite a few touches here in the early going on the ball for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. 1 goal, 2 assists on the season. Garcia has played in all 9 contests for the 5-2-2 Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. While we have a timeout on the pitch, Marlon McKenzie calling the players over to the sideline for Illinois Tech. And now Garcia back on his feet and hobbling off the pitch. Great sign that he's on his feet. But he has to hop on one leg. That is not a good sign for Christian Garcia. You just hope for the best for the young man as he gets over to the sideline. And now Illinois Tech will go to Paul Balea, the 5'8" sophomore out of Peoria, Illinois, will come onto the pitch for the first time this evening. Balea this season is tied for 3rd on the team in goals with 2. He's tied with Cal Graham, number 27. With this entry, Balea has now played in all 10 contests for Illinois Tech this season. Speaking of Cal Graham, he and Balea are the two latest Scarlet Hawks to make touch on this possession on the ball. Now it's Mill. Plays it over to Kogayudo. Kogayudo, the freshman out of Whitney Young. This has been Mill, the junior out of El Dorado Hills, California. Ball played back to Falsino. Falsino had to get rid of it. And that hit De Santiago. As the ball been pinballed around in the middle of the pitch. And right back to Elias De Santiago after all. Switch pass may have been deflected. As now Concordia playing in the middle of the pitch. De Santiago. Kogayudo may have got a piece of it. Falsino has to get down and make a play on the ball, but he does just that to keep it scoreless. As we get ready to conclude this 10th minute of action in this NAC conference affair between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, the hosts in possession of the ball in all white, and of course the visitors from Concordia of Chicago wearing the maroon. Not too far. Not too much distance between these two universities, Concordia, Chicago, obviously in River Forest. It's maybe about a 30-minute drive, depending on the traffic, from here on the near south side. Lehovitz has it on the far side of the pitch, away from the benches for Concordia. Mentioned the far side where the benches are because that's where a lot of the communication is coming from for Concordia. And now Illinois Tech with possession as Concordia is asking for their players to drop off. Here's a play to run. Here's a player to run for Illinois Tech. That was Sanchez. Balea had a good run up the middle of the pitch. His pass went wide. It looked like Graham cut in, and that's going to make it an easy play for Gutiel as he'll scoop the ball up, and now he'll just fling it out into traffic there. And now here comes Concordia. That's a pretty good throw. They're going to cross midfield without even a touch. Long run on the far side. Concordia was calling for they were calling for a drop-off when Illinois Tech had the counterattack. There was a lot of cheering for the run there for Concordia, but they had the ball too long, taken away. And now here's another turn and run for the Cougars. This is Spencer Nicholson. He takes the ball in deep to the end line, and that goes out of play. And Falsino will get a goal kick. Concordia this season, only 6 goals scored. Spencer Nicholson has 2 of the 6. He leads the team. They have 4 other players with 1. And Nicholson had a pretty good run there that took the ball in deep, but he lost it over the end line over at Illinois Tech. Now a battle out near midfield. And possession back over to Concordia. Switch pass here for the Cougars. Elias De Santiago has had a number of touches on the ball for Concordia. Flag goes up for Garrett Pointer as he's offside. Pointer has played in all 8 games for Concordia this season. They have a record of 1-7, 0-4 in conference play. Pointer also has a goal. Remember, Concordia only six goals on the season, scored by 5 different players. Nicholson with 2. Everyone else with 1. Pointer's one of the 4 other guys with 1. Garrett Pointer, Omar Figueroa, Philip Tokarzi, and Michael Sinise are the other 4 players for Concordia. Now, pretty good build up there by Figueroa. I thought he was going to go for the through ball there. That's why I sort of was hesitating with the listing of the players. I saw Pointer had a run there, but the pass went through right to Falsino. And Illinois Tech able to get it on the back line. Ball goes out of play. And Concordia will get a throw in here. 31-35 remaining and counting remaining here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll go over any goals scored here in the first half, if there are any. Remember, still quite a ways to go in the first half. And we'll go over some of the NAC conference action and what's going on in the standings as Illinois Tech in 8th place taking on the team currently in last in the NAC, the Concordia of Chicago Cougars. Ball out of play, and it will be a Concordia throw-in. And the ball bounced away. Watson able to run in and pretty much just steal the throw from Figueroa. Watson played it up the pitch. That was a nice pass along the near side for Graham, and a sliding tackle from Delgado gets that ball knocked out of play. Illinois Tech throw. Also an Illinois Tech sub. Carson Floyd comes in for the first time this evening. Freshman out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. He'll replace Graham. Graham, as we mentioned earlier, 2 goals on the season for Illinois Tech. He'll go to the sideline here. And Devin Zachary to throw. You hear Concordia yelling on the sideline, half middle, play to the middle. Here they go along the sideline with Nicholson. Nicholson plays it up the pitch to Pointer. Pointer, pretty good run. Tries to cross one over in front. It's deflected away by Krupa. First touch of the evening for Floyd, who just came on after the most recent stoppage. Then Santiago tries to run down the ball. He does that successfully as Mateo Sanchez goes down holding his face. And the officials are actually going to stop the clock as Sanchez is holding his eye there. It appears there may have been some contact between De Santiago and Sanchez's face and his face as they were running for the ball. And now the official going to have a word here with Elias De Santiago. Honestly, as an objective observer, did appear that there was contact, but incidental nonetheless. And it was in a mix where both players were flailing for the ball, so nothing intentional there. So the officials made the decision to play on. And the match continues. Ball down the middle of the pitch. Here's a turn, a shot for goal, right in the hands of Falsino. That's Nicholson on the shot, saved by Falsino. I was going to say about that most recent play where we didn't see, even though there was contact, it was clearly incidental from where I sit. I like that the officials just played it on. They did the right thing. They didn't stop the momentum that Concordia had from winning the ball. But they did check on the player to make sure his health was where it needed to be so he could be on the pitch. And then you play it on, give it back to Concordia, and let the action resume. Concordia now in possession out near midfield. Mel able to get the foot on the ball. Concordia screaming to get the ball back as Kogayudo actually sort of gives it to him, passes to Zachary right in front of their bench. Here's Floyd, tries to make a move on Delgado. Delgado takes it away, sends it out. Illinois Tech throw in. Kogayudo makes a play on the ball. Simitras. Over to Kogayudo. That's a great ball to the outside. Paradiso runs down the ball to the corner. Working against Lehovitz. Paradiso turns to the inline and loses the ball over said inline. And that'll be a goal kick for Concordia. Nathan Gutiel, 6'1" freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. Wearing number 35, he passes over to 36, Julian Delgado. Delgado plays the ball long. Unfortunately for Delgado, he hit Watson of Illinois Tech. Here's Floyd on the run. That's a good ball for Floyd. Floyd now tries to make a move. Still in possession is Carson Floyd, but then he had the ball knocked away by Elias De Santiago. And so far, De Santiago has been the eye test MVP for Concordia. He's had more touches than anyone for the Cougars. He's made a number of plays that have stopped Illinois Tech build-up. This one is actually in his corner, but there is support for De Santiago defensively. Zachary tries to use his height to win possession. And Zachary didn't like that play. He appears to be upset. He's having words with Omar Figueroa as they run down the pitch. De Santiago plays it on. Kogayudo plays it over the line. And it goes out of play for a Concordia throw-in. Bit of a lengthy feeling out process here for Illinois Tech. They haven't really had too many build-ups, have the Scarlet Hawks. Concordia has actually had better build-up opportunities. And as I say that, here's an opportunity for the Scarlet Hawks, which will be snuffed out by offside. And Concordia now with the free kick. Good run by Watson. Just couldn't stay on side in that situation. And De Santiago sends the ball long. He's looking for Pointer. That's coming back towards the broadcast location. But it actually hooks back into play. The officials say, no, that's going to be out to Concordia. That looked as if it landed in play. It certainly hooked out of play. It was within my arm's reach over here at the broadcast location. But it hooked back in, and the officials say that's going to be out for Concordia throw, despite the inbound landing. And now another flag. And this appears to be offside as well. And that'll go right back to Illinois Tech. Sloppy couple of minutes here with the offside calls and the fouls. As now Falsino plays it over to Watson. First offside of the matchup against Concordia was that last whistle. 3 fouls to this point of the matchup, 2 against Illinois Tech. 5 fouls, 3 against Illinois Tech, 2 against Concordia. And now here's Floyd, who tries to make a turn, but unable to get to the net. So our updated stats, 3 fouls against Illinois Tech, 2 against Concordia, 5 in the match total. Offside, 3 calls, 2 against Illinois Tech, 1 against Concordia. Illinois Tech Falsino able to get 3 saves. Scarlet Hawks yet to even get a shot attempted in this match officially in the stat book. I think that was Pointer that got the header. And now Kogayudo is going to pick up a foul as he throws Avia to the ground. And now Garrett Pointer having some words with the official. Omar Figueroa going to take the free kick here for the Cougars. The Concordia sideline saying they wanted to make a set off of Falsino here. They want to try to make this play off the keeper of Illinois Tech. Let's see if we'll find out what that means here on this play. The ball goes towards the back post. The header is off of Kogayudo. He was met over there by Yanez. Ball still live in the middle of the pitch. A chance to go for goal, blocked as Watson got the foot extended. That was Ocampo who took the shot. And now the ball played out to Concordia. Here's a chance to try to cross it over. The ball goes right to Falsino. No support on that post for Concordia. That was really good build-up off the free kick. They had about 2 opportunities in front of the net. Ocampo had a really good shot. But that most recent opportunity, they ran along the back line, and there was no support on the back post or the front post. They tried to cross over in front of Falsino. Kogayudo playing it back to Falsino. Falsino playing well out of the net. We saw that out of Colin Thomas for Illinois Tech in their match Saturday against MSOE. Ball goes all the way to the other end. Gutierrez scoops it up. We remain scoreless here at Stewart Field. This is the 23rd minute, getting ready to conclude as Gutierrez gets ready to send it down. Kogayudo over to Floyd. Floyd with a good lead. Unfortunately, it's too good as it's well out in front of Mateo Sanchez, right to Gutierrez. And now Gutierrez plays it over to Delgado. Elias de Santiago hadn't touched it in quite a while. Now his play up the pitch is played back by Zachary for Illinois Tech. And offside against the Scarlet Hawks as they get caught with Sanchez in behind the back line for Concordia. Coaching on the sideline from Brad Callahan. I don't think he really liked the way his team has been checking some of the plays on the pitch. Trying to check their passes. As the Scarlet Hawks right now trying to run down the ball from these same Concordia Chicago Cougars. Ball sent down the pitch. Scarlet Hawks trying to play the ball towards midfield. And Kogayudo trying to play to the sideline. He's got Zachary. Zachary trying to make a move. They play it back to Kogayudo. Kogayudo with a switch pass. That's a pretty good one. He sets it up for Paradiso. Gutierrez and Paradiso run into one another. Paradiso tries to send it to the net. It goes out of play off the side of the net. And that'll be a goal kick. Still scoreless here in the first half at Stewart Field. Chris Rouse on the call here on the near south side of Chicago, Illinois. The Concordia of Chicago Cougars and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks in a NAC men's soccer conference matchup. Adrian Kogayudo, number 34 in white, made a pass that he took a tumble. And now here's Watson. Watson plays it to the middle of the pitch. And a foul against Concordia Chicago as that ball from Nicholson came flying over towards the broadcast location. And Nicholson will get a yellow card. And Spencer Nicholson, out of frustration, just sent that one up towards the sideline. And it goes right off the surrounding housing of the broadcast location as he picks up the yellow card. Concordia with a pair of subs going to the sideline. Juan Moresco is on the sideline, as is Michael Sinise. Sinise has a goal this season for Concordia, as we mentioned earlier. An opportunity to get some fresh legs out there for the Cougars with under 20 minutes remaining in this first half. De Santiago. De Santiago takes the free kick, and Krupa able to make the contact on the header. Sanchez had it briefly for Illinois Tech. Ball taken away by Concordia. Now far side run for the Cougars. A couple of moves there as Paradiso able to knock it away from Avila. And now Concordia, Chicago trying to get their trio of subs in. Vicente Romero is also going to check in. He came over after Moresco and Sinise had been sitting there for quite some time here on the near sideline. And the trio of subs comes in. They'll replace Spencer Nicholson, who just picked up a card. Leovitz, who's also going to come off the pitch. And Avila, who just took a spill, will go to the sideline as well. Watson with a header. That goes straight in the air. And a whistle. Nick Skiba set to check in for the Scarlet Hawks. He's on the sideline with 17 minutes and counting remaining in this first half. Ball to the front post for Concordia. Watson able to get the header for Illinois Tech. Ball knocked down, a chance to turn, but Illinois Tech able to deny the ball and send it down the pitch. Delgado plays it to the outside. Had it deflected away. Long lead for Illinois Tech. Concordia wants offside. They don't get the flag. Play to the middle. Balea was the intended target of the pass. Balea battling De Santiago. He tries to leave it for Floyd. Gutiel just going to lay out on it. And we remain scoreless as Illinois Tech's most recent opportunity to get on the goal on the board is denied. Good play in front of the goal. Looked like Floyd had an opportunity. But Gutiel just lays his body down on the artificial turf. Thank goodness it's not AstroTurf as he makes the play. De Santiago sends it down the pitch. Watson, long run for Watson. He'll send it out. Not far enough into the corner for the Cougars to get their second corner of the unit, so they have to throw in here. And now a whistle as Concordia will turn it over here to Illinois Tech. Christian Ibarra picked up the whistle there. He was confused about what happened on the play, but as a result, it'll be Illinois Tech's possession. Krupa tries to send it down the pitch. Ball played back by Concordia. Illinois Tech chasing the ball, and there's actually plenty of spacing here as Concordia has a good spot here between their back line and their midfielders. You can even hear the Concordia sideline saying, check your space. Here they go as they push the ball up the pitch. Romero, who just came in, and the ball played along that back line for the Cougars. Figueroa's splits a pair of defenders, Balea and Sanchez for Illinois Tech. Unfortunately, the pass went wide for Concordia. And Illinois Tech able to take possession as it was Floyd who got the initial takeaway and plays it back. Falsino over to Simitris. Krupa plays it to Kogayudo. Good footwork there from Kogayudo as he evades the defender, and now he feeds him ill. Watson tries to send one to Sanchez. The ball goes behind Sanchez to Floyd. And now Kogayudo in possession for Illinois Tech as he plays it to Krupa. Krupa sends it long. Sanchez tried to turn. There's a play for Paradiso on the outside. The offside flag goes up. Good cross. They have to play on the back post. But the offside call will deny the play. Concordia now will get the free kick inside the penalty area. Gutierrez plays it over to Yanez. Final 13 minutes of this first half. Remember, coming up at halftime, we'll recap our first half, preview the second half, and then we'll go over our NAC standings and all of the action going on from around the conference. It's coming up right here at halftime on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. There's a play for Pointer, who is just behind the ball. That was a good ball for Concordia. Figueroa sent it right in, but Pointer unable to get in for the goal. The Concordia sideline saying good ball from Figueroa. Just unable to get the score. Nick Skiba, number 14 in white, finally comes on for Illinois Tech. He replaced Mateo Sanchez. Skiba had been at the sideline for quite some time. But Skiba now will be in a forward position for Illinois Tech. Looks like they're going to bring him in pretty much to be the lead striker for these final 12 minutes of the first half. Kogayudo over to Floyd. Ibarra goes to the ground and a whistle. No card but a foul. As now Concordia will get the free kick. Long run for Delgado. De Santiago plays it up to Ocampo. Ocampo on the move. Plays the ball up the pitch. And now it's played back to De Santiago. Concordia sort of taking the air out of the ball here on this back line, as they're really just playing it back to go forward. Ball played over and out of play. It'll be Illinois Tech. We'll get the goal kick. A pair of subs now for Concordia. Jesus Badillo, number 16, comes on. Senior out of Venezuela. And joining him will be the grad student out of Granada, number 25, Ronaldo Joseph. They replace Garrett Pointer and Christian Ibarra. Ibarra had a tough spill not too long ago. Bit of a tough spill onto the turf here at Stewart Field. It's a shot wide of the net. And we'll get a goal kick for Illinois Tech. Final 10 minutes of this first half. And honestly, these past 20 minutes of the matchup, well, let me say this, the previous 20 minutes, when the match began, it appeared that these two teams clearly had more energy. These last 10, it appears Concordia has been in control, taking the air out of the ball with their back line. And now, as I say that, he has an opportunity to go for goal, and Vicente Romero is tripped up. A whistle with 9:30 to go in the half and a stoppage of the clock. Concordia trying to get this play set on the set piece. 9:30 to go in the first half. The official giving the Concordia sideline a warning to stay back off the pitch. They're good in the inside the sideline box here. This is a very favorable spot just outside of the 18-yard line. Concordia has had 4 shots tonight, 3 of them on goal. They've also had 3 corner opportunities. The ball goes high, and it's off the south fencing of Stewart Field. That was Moresco who sent it high off the back fencing. Illinois Tech will take over on the goal kick. Falsino rolls it in. Here's Watson, who plays it over to Kogiuto. Kogiuto met by a pair of Concordia defenders, Joseph 25, Figueroa 29. Scarlet Hawks played it up the pitch. Quick touch pass. De Santiago sort of mishandled the possession there. As a result, had to force the pass with the Scarlet Hawks closing in on the attacking third. Floyd tries to get the long lead. He's got a man in Zachary. Zachary, pressure by De Santiago. The shot is wide left. It'll lead to a Scarlet Hawk corner as De Santiago and Zachary sort of collided on the ball there. They'll say the deflection from De Santiago will give Illinois Tech the corner opportunity. Zachary back to his feet. Sort of held his ankle for a moment there before getting back up. Looks like this could be a short corner as Kogiuto is over there for Illinois Tech. Instead, he does take the corner to the post. It goes into the back post, and down goes, I believe that was Floyd. And a foul, as I think Floyd propelled off of one of the defenders. We'll give it over to Concordia. Ball taken away by Illinois Tech at a foul. We give it right back to Concordia. Had a nice spin move in the middle of that last play. But now Concordia will be in possession with 7:11 remaining in the half. Switch pass as De Santiago on the other end finally receives the ball for the Cougars. He was looking for Joseph. Joseph just outright ran into Watson. And that'll be a foul against Concordia. It should turn it over to Illinois Tech, and it will. Watson is still down. Looked like Watson took a hit on the leg there as he and Joseph were going for the ball, and now Watson is still down, and now the officials are going to stop the clock here. .640 remaining in the first half. We are still scoreless here between the Concordia Cougars of Chicago and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Concordia tonight has been a more aggressive team when you look at the numbers. 6 shots for the Cougars, 3 of them on goal. Illinois Tech not even a shot to speak of to this point in the matchup. The closest thing the Scarlet Hawks have had to a shot was the most recent play where we saw Zachary and De Santiago sort of meet inside the penalty area. Illinois Tech with 2 corners to this point of the evening. 4 for Concordia. Fouls, 5 against the Scarlet Hawks. They've also had 5 offside calls. Meanwhile, Concordia 3 fouls, 1 offside call. Cards on both teams this evening. And then, of course, to this point in the matchup, still no score. 6:40 to go in the first half. Concordia 1-7 on the season. In conference play, 0-4. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech 5-2-2 on the season, 1-2 in conference play, with the 2 losses coming right here at Stewart Field against Edgewood, and then coming most recently Saturday against MSOE, the Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders. Illinois Tech try to make a play along their sideline, along their bench. Zach Skiba, number 12, in for the first time. And now Skiba played over to Kogiuto. Athanasius Karagiannis has been waiting on the sideline for quite some time for Illinois Tech. And now the ball sent long as Paradiso tries to run it down. And ball played out in front. There was the lead for Skiba. That was Nick Skiba. But giving up the body was Gutiel, who lays out. And makes the save. Delgado over to Figueroa. Elias de Santiago. Illinois Tech trying to chase the ball here as De Santiago plays it over to Delgado. That's been the connection for Concordia between De Santiago 22 and Delgado 36. A lot of backline passing. This would have been the start of some of the best build-ups for Concordia this evening. Here's Illinois Tech with a counterattack opportunity. Floyd's going to have to run one down. He's successful in gaining possession. Let's see if we can make something happen with the ball. Floyd tries to send it over. Switch pass for Concordia. Does not find the intended target. And now Mel runs it down for Illinois Tech. Krupa was all over the pitch on Saturday, but he's struggling with the touches today. Not really too many balls to his side of the pitch to this point in the matchup. Mel playing it on the sideline for Illinois Tech. Over to Krupa, and now here's Floyd. Resco to Campo in the middle of the pitch. Ball taken away by Illinois Tech. Zachary tries to go to the outside. And the ball goes off the side of the net from Balea. And now Illinois Tech will get a substitution. Athanasius Karagiannis can finally go in. He spent about 4 minutes of game action on the sideline. And then, of course, we had the stoppage there to check on Watson. He was on the sideline all throughout. It was Karagiannis, and he'll replace Paradiso. Gutiel sends it down towards midfield. Quick header there from Badillo. Just after I said Krupa hadn't had too many touches, been struggling to get any touches in this matchup. He makes a nice switch pass. Balea sends it backwards off the back foot. He turns it over to Concordia. Balea going at it with Figueroa. Figueroa wins the ball and a whistle. Concordia not happy with the timing there. You can hear the Concordia sideline. They're saying there's no one there to really provide support for Figueroa as he went one-on-one with Balea. Now here's De Santiago. He'll go for the free kick. He sends it in. That one didn't really have any lead towards the post. Here's a header opportunity, a chance to go for Concordia. And it's a bit of a mishit there for Vicente Romero, who was out in front against Falsino. He tried to go for goal, and it was almost as if the ball just hit the side of his foot. And instead of having any lift towards the net, it went straight down. And as a result, an easy save for Falsino. Concordia has been vocal all evening. Very good communication on the plays, but that was one of the first bits of excitement we've seen from Concordia. Here's Balea on the opportunity for build-up. Ball cleared out there by Delgado. Figueroa is going to try to run it down. He keeps it alive for Concordia. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Kogeyudo goes at it there with Romero. He knocks it out of play. And the Cougars will get to throw it in. Ball comes in with 100 seconds remaining in the first half. De Santiago. Plays it back to Gutiel. Mill tries to run one down. Concordia again just playing it on that back line. You have to think the strategy in the second half, the focus will be built up off this back line. It's been really the strength for Concordia at this point of the matchup. As the ball goes out of play for a corner. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Cougars will go to the corner. And Concordia getting set for the corner. 40 seconds to go. Ball comes in. And it's Maresco. Maresco going for goal! And that went off the side of the net. He had Falsino diving for it. It looked good from the Concordia sideline. Looked as if it was in the net, but that one clearly off the side of the net. Ball sent down the pitch. And a whistle. And that foul will give Illinois Tech the possession. Oh, a bit of a miscommunication as we get to the final 10-second count. And it looks like that just will end the first half. Good look for the Cougars. They were the more aggressive team. They led the first half in shots. But after 45 minutes, we're still scoreless here at Stewart Field. We'll recap the first half. We'll preview the second half. And we'll go over our NAC standings. And also, we will recap the NAC action from around the league. This is halftime here at Stewart Field, where we are scoreless between the Concordia of Chicago Cougars and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. We'll be back with second half action here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Back here at Stewart Field in Chicago, this is Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Currently a scoreless tie at half, but once again, this is Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, and Illinois Tech with a road win today in women's soccer, 3-0 victory over the same university, the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars. Illinois Tech, a 3-0 win today, 2 goals from Hannah Ramos, and a goal in the 86th minute from Caitlin Walsh, capping off a matchup where Illinois Tech outshot Concordia 28-0, 16 shots in the second half. The 2 goals from Ramos occurred in the 25th minute and 33rd minute. Walsh's goal being scored in the 86th minute, pretty much the cherry on the Sunday for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks as they come away with a win. They go to 7-2 on the women's side of things and 4-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, Concordia of Chicago, they fall to 7-4-1 and go to 3-1-1 in conference play. And Illinois Tech on the women's side of things, that sets up our next broadcast presentation, which you can catch right here next Wednesday when the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take on the Dominican Stars. Illinois Tech 4-0 in conference, Dominican 4-0 in conference. We'll see if those two teams will still remain unbeaten by the time we get to that matchup next Wednesday, as Illinois Tech will take on Concordia University of Wisconsin on Saturday. But that should be a fun matchup right here at Stewart Field next Wednesday. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks versus the Dominican Stars and a NAC Women's Soccer Conference matchup. And while we talk about what's going on in conference, let's remain on the men's side of things. Well, first off, in this matchup, scoreless at halftime, we've got about 5 minutes left in half. Illinois Tech currently in 8th in the NAC. Meanwhile, Concordia of Chicago in dead last 0-4 in NAC conference play. Elsewhere around the NAC, there's plenty of coverage, plenty of games going on today in the conference. Earlier today, Aurora with a 4-0 win over Rockford. As we speak at the moment, St. Norbert College and Concordia University of Wisconsin, they are scoreless in the 67th minute, so pretty much another scoreless matchup going on in the NAC. Dominican currently with a halftime lead over Lakeland as they lead that one 1-0 at the break. So the Dominican Stars, they also have a 1-0 lead, as do the Edgewood Eagles, who lead at 1-0 at halftime as well over Benedictine. The 1 goal scored by Edgewood, that one scored by Christian Torres Gale, as they lead in 1-0 at home against the Benedictine Eagles. Meanwhile, the Marion Sabres, they have a bit of a more offensive battle as they take on MSOE. MSOE fresh off the 5-1 win here at Stewart Field. Marion leads at 2-1. That matchup also at halftime. The two goals scored by Marion early in the first half as they jumped out ahead of MSOE, who had their 1 goal scored by Manchado. And that matchup continues. They also at halftime, and we also are at halftime here at Stewart Field in Chicago. We have a moment to recap our first half stats. And just right now, it's Concordia, the more aggressive team than the host, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. 7 shots from Concordia in comparison to 1 for Illinois Tech. 3 shots on goal for Concordia. Illinois Tech's 1 shot not on goal. It actually came near the end of the half. It was that shot by Balea, which went off the side of the net. 5 corners for Concordia of Chicago, only 2 for Illinois Tech. 8 fouls against the Scarlet Hawks in comparison to only 6 against Concordia. 5 offside calls against the Scarlet Hawks as well in comparison to 1 against Concordia. And each team in the matchup currently with a yellow card. That 1 yellow card that occurred against Concordia, that was by Spencer Nicholson. Out of frustration, he just fired the ball towards the broadcast location. He wasn't aiming for the broadcast location, but that's where it landed when he just kind of gave the ball a kick out of frustration. And Illinois Tech actually did get a card earlier in the matchup that we still really haven't gotten confirmation on who the number was for Illinois Tech on picking up the card. So when we can finally get confirmation from that, even throughout the break, we haven't been able to really get confirmation. Matthew Watson actually is the player credited. So there's just like that, we got the confirmation. Matthew Watson was the player credited with the yellow card for Illinois Tech earlier in the matchup. Meanwhile, it was Spencer Nicholson who got it for Concordia. 100 seconds until the second half begins. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with second half action. This is Illinois Tech men's soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Second half getting ready to begin here at Stewart Field. Illinois Tech, the home team, in the white uniforms. That will be headed to the south side of Stewart Field. That'll be the left of your screen at home. Concordia in the maroon uniforms. They'll be headed to the right, north side of Stewart Field. Still no score as we get ready to begin the second half. Chris Rouse on the call. Remember, our next presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks soccer will be women's soccer next Wednesday, when the Scarlet Hawks take on Dominican in what could be a very fun matchup between two unbeaten teams in the NAC. Two teams unbeaten in conference. And then, of course, on the 12th, we'll have another doubleheader just like we did this past Saturday against MSOE. Both teams will be in action when they take on the Lakeland Muskies. Illinois Tech getting ready to begin second half action. Second 45 minutes. And we are underway here at Stewart Field. Kogayudo sending it down. Kogayudo gets it right back after sending it down briefly and a whistle. And had to give it over to Concordia. We're glad that you could join us here on this Wednesday evening at Stewart Field in Chicago. Here's Juan Moresco. That was a very good shot attempt Moresco had to end the first half. But unfortunately, just wide left. And honestly, have to say one thing about Concordia's shot attempts. It just seemed they were in the bad spots. They had some pretty good looks on the net, but just couldn't quite get the angle to put one home. They even had one dead center right on Falsino. The ball was just mishit. Fell right in the hands of Falsino. Fell right into the ground, took a hop. Easy play as he got his hands underneath it. Here is Falsino. Falsino plays it up the, he played it up the pitch, and now Illinois Tech with an opportunity to go to Skiba on the run. Moresco plays it over to Lehovitz. Lehovitz gives it up to Ocampo. Junior out of Melrose Park, Illinois is Ocampo, a Proviso West alum. Watson runs right into Pointer. And a foul in the middle of the pitch there against Illinois Tech. And that's a clear-cut hold as Ocampo was trying to make a move. And a free kick opportunity for Concordia, as they get an opportunity to get 4 players into the penalty area. The ball sent to that back post. The header goes into the air, but it goes the opposite direction for Yanez of Concordia. And Illinois Tech able to gain possession out near the middle of the field. Tomas Rebolado in for the first time this evening. Rebolado taken down. Backed on his feet. Clean tackle there from Lehovitz. He did get a piece of the ball before he got Rebolado. And now another pass to Nick Skiba for Illinois Tech. Skiba dispossessed by Ocampo. Ocampo making a move here. Loses it out of play. Good defense there by Ben Mel. And now the Illinois Tech throw in. We saw a number of good runs in that first half from the sophomore out of Wisconsin, Brennan Paradiso. And here is Paradiso, who got a good kick on the ball, but unfortunately the ball didn't go the way he wanted. Ocampo able to block it and take it away for Concordia. Able to save them some time to get set defensively. As no Kogayudo tried to approach on the other side, and Figueroa takes it away. Here's a lead, a run for Pointer. Simitris out in front. Falsino lays out, and Pointer goes over the ball. Falsino will roll it back into Watson. Pass in the middle of the pitch. Mill tries to turn. Krupa. Back to Mill. Kogayuda plays it over to the outside for Illinois Tech as the Scarlet Hawks try to make a run. Ball played back by Illinois Tech. As Watson goes over to Krupa. Krupa puts a move on the one defender, but he gives it up to Paradiso. Paradiso. Back to Mill. A struggle for possession here in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Illinois Tech turns the ball over out of the middle of the pitch. Ball goes out of play. We played 4.5 minutes here in the second half. Both teams just struggling for solid possession. Concordia, again, has had probably better field position. They've had it all throughout the evening. But it has not resulted in anything on the scoreboard to this point of the matchup. These two teams have played 50 minutes. 50 minutes of scoreless football. Mill plays it up the pitch. That's a clear offside against Illinois Tech. Rebellato well behind the back line as that ball went airborne. Concordia this evening, their defensive back line has certainly been the eye test MVP for the Cougars. Pointer frustrated with himself as he sent that pass very wide. It also looked like it may have hit a teammate. But in regards to what I was going to say about Concordia's back line, Figueroa has been a part of that. Sliding effort there as we got a player down for Concordia. That was Paradiso who laid out on the sliding effort, and he took down Ocampo, and Ocampo is still holding that leg. And the clock is stopped with 39:05 remaining here in the second half. 5 seconds remaining here in the 51st minute. Still scoreless, as we have been all night. Concordia has had the best build-up this evening. We think about scoring opportunities. Ocampo back on his feet. Paradiso having some words with the official. Probably telling him just be careful with the sliding effort. Concordia 7 shots this evening, 3 of the 7 on goal. Illinois Tech just 1 shot. That came at the end of the first half off the left side of the net by Balea. Ball sent down. Ocampo made contact with the header. Skiba took a bit of a push there from Yanez. In stat correction, Devin Zachary was the player credited with the Illinois Tech shot earlier. And now here's a long run for Concordia. Delgado able to send the ball out. And back to Concordia after Paradiso collided with Moresco in the corner. Moresco on the throw. Bounces it in to Garrett Pointer. Pointer able to step through 4 defenders and keep the play alive. He now pushes to the outside. Figueroa tries to make a move. Figueroa looking for a whistle. He didn't get the call there, but the play goes on the other side of the pitch. Rebellato had it knocked away. Goes out of play back for another Scarlet Hawks throw. Scarlet Hawks trying to play to the middle of the pitch here. Kogayudo and Mel are dead center. Instead, they'll play it back with the Scarlet Hawks. Figueroa just being a pest right now to Watson. As Watson tries to switch the pass over to Krupa, he is successful in his effort, is Watson. Yanez to Gutiel. The ball being played back. Illinois Tech putting on a lot of pressure at the moment. Paradiso. The pressure pays off for the Scarlet Hawks. Good touch from Paradiso to Rebellato. And once again, it's Delgado, Julian Delgado. Steps up and knocks the ball out of play, gives Concordia an opportunity to reset defensively. Scarlet Hawk throw. Paradiso. Good air underneath the corner, but too much for any target on the net. And a takeaway for Concordia. Zachary was trying to make a move, but instead he had the ball taken away. Concordia sideline yelling transition as they get their counterattack going. Figueroa with a nice switch pass. As now Campo hits the ball. And it's taken away for Illinois Tech. Frustration from the Concordia sideline on another solid buildup. But the buildup ends with the Cougars turning the ball over to Illinois Tech, and Moresco now heads it out for a Scarlet Hawk throw. Paradiso gets it in. Here it is, an opportunity to switch. Sanchez runs down to the end line and is dispossessed of the ball, and out of play for a Concordia goal kick. We saw plenty of offense Saturday. We saw plenty of offense in Illinois Tech's first home loss against Edgewood. This one totally different from the two previous home matches for the Scarlet Hawks, scoreless as we approach the 1 hour played mark here at Stewart Field. That ball zips right past us here at the broadcast location. Second time that's happened this evening. It'll be Illinois Tech throw in. We've played 1 hour here at Stewart Field. Kogayudo dispossessed. Here's an opportunity for Concordia to build up a shot. Sinise was the intended target, but Illinois Tech able to take it away. Concordia looking like they're going to get some fresh legs on the pitch. Justin Ibarez is at the sideline. Mill and Sanchez, the recipients of the switch pass for Illinois Tech. Ball sent long for Paradiso. Paradiso's header goes to his numerical counterpart, Moresco. Paradiso plays it to Mill. Sliding effort. That's a clean tackle. Good tackle for Concordia by Ibarra. That tackle not as clean, as that's going to be a foul against Illinois Tech. Ibarra holding his knee here, but he's back on his feet and going. Moresco over to Falsino. So Falsino made the play on the shot attempt there from Moresco. Now Illinois Tech will play it up the pitch. Mill. Paradiso trying to set up a run on the Illinois Tech sideline. But Concordia able to commit a couple of bodies as the ball goes the opposite direction. Skiba plays it to the outside. Ball going towards the net. The shot goes wide right. And off the south fencing for our goal kick. And a pair of subs. One for Concordia, one for Chicago. Justin Ibarez, number 31 in maroon, comes on for the first time this evening. Meanwhile, Carson Floyd re-enters the match for Illinois Tech. Here replace Nick Skiba. Ocampo is the player who will come off here for Concordia. He was upset with himself. Remember, he also was down holding a leg earlier, but appears to be upset with himself after a mishit earlier. And now Concordia has Moresco in possession. Lehelvitz. They turned it over to the Cougars. And now it's Kogayudo. Back and forth switch passing here for Illinois Tech. Kogayudo to Sanchez, and Sanchez all the way back to Watson. Watson trying to lead. Here's a long run for Rebellato. Rebellato sends it towards the net. Off the crossbar! Gutierrez scoops it up. We're still scoreless. Rebellato did everything but except the part he actually needed to, which was put it in the back of the net. Great touch, but unfortunately, it's just one of those near goals that looked pretty good. Concordia trying to turn around here on the counterattack. And here's Moresco on the outside. Paradiso gave him some body, then he gave him a kick and a whistle. It's been a physical matchup between the two number 5s, Juan Moresco and Brendan Paradiso. The Concordia sideline is saying play to the whistle. They're talking to their own players here. You got to remember that on that last shot from Rebellato, it appeared he had the lob goal over Gutierrez, but he sent it right off the crossbar. And Gutierrez sort of in delay ran over and finally scooped the ball up. And Illinois Tech again. So now Concordia send it to the corner. Watson on the header. Scarlet Hawks send it back down the pitch. Concordia pushing towards the net. They were looking for Pointer. And as we get to the 1 minute mark, the 1 hour mark, Pointer picks up the whistle. We've officially played 1 hour here at Stewart Field between the Concordia Cougars, the Concordia of Chicago Cougars and the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Ibarez, he goes for goal on Falsino. Falsino lays out and makes the save. Justin Ibarez, the freshman from Chicago, Illinois, putting the shot on Falsino. Falsino able to just lay out and make a two-hand save. Switch pass for Illinois Tech with Krupa to Paradiso. Illinois Tech, I have to admit, Concordia has shown better patience throughout the evening with their backline passing. But Illinois Tech starting to adapt some of that style. But as Simitris, a dangerous pass there to Falsino. Here comes the pressure from Concordia. Figueroa comes in to add some on the outside to Watson. Pointer did a good job of putting pressure on Falsino and Simitris. Now here's Illinois Tech trying to take advantage. Rebellato really having a hard time securing possession. Now he goes one-on-one with Lehovitz. Rebellato, the shot off to the left of the net and wide for a goal kick. Xavier Avila back onto the pitch for Concordia. Meanwhile, Illinois Tech with a new trio of players as Balea comes on. Karagiannis comes on for the second time. And Cal Graham, who started the match, comes back in. So we got 8, 24, and 27 on for Illinois Tech. 23 on for Concordia. See, Devin Zachary is one of the players coming off for the Scarlet Hawks, along with Christian Garcia. Cal Graham. Here's Balea. Balea just came back in for that fresh trio for Illinois Tech. A whistle and offside. Illinois Tech has not been able to stay onside this evening. That has been probably the biggest issue for the Scarlet Hawks. Those self-inflicted mistakes, fouls, offside. 8 fouls for Illinois Tech. That's the 6th offside call. Stat update, 12 fouls for Illinois Tech, 6 for Concordia. 6 offside calls is correct. Only 2 for Concordia. Christian Ibarra to Ibarrez. And a whistle. Offside number 3 against Concordia. Illinois Tech with Carson Floyd. Both teams have had a hard time sort of securing the possession on that first touch this evening. But here's Pointer on the build-up. Pointer goes for goal. It's shot off the north fencing of Stewart Field. Goal kick coming from Falsino. 9th shot of the evening for Concordia. And as you can see by our score, there has not been a single successful shot attempt from either team this evening. Kogayudo plays it back to Watson. And Watson, I'm not sure if that was a mishit or he just misplayed it. Whatever the situation, the ball went out of play. And now here comes the throw. Ball out of play as Falsino runs it down, and it goes into the corner. So Concordia will get a corner here. Concordia this evening, this will be their 8th corner attempt. The ball comes in. It's out in front. This shot attempt goes into the trees outside of Stewart Field as Julian Yanez. He had the power, but he got underneath it. Sit there right into the air and out of play for a goal kick. Piros Simitris sends it down the pitch to Graham. Paradiso over the mill. Krupa trying to play the ball at the pitch. He's got Cal Graham. Graham with a bit of a mishit. Illinois Tech looking to go one-on-one on the outside. Karagianis tried to make a move. He's taken down. Good tackle there by Elias De Santiago. De Santiago was key for Concordia in that first half, and now we got another Concordia player going down on the pitch out near the midfield stripe. Concordia looking for a card here, and the official's not giving one in the situation. There is still a Cougars player down, and now we will get a clock stoppage here with 24:09 remaining in the match. Jesus Badillo set to check in. He came in earlier in the match to 16 in maroon for the Cougars. And now Concordia using this as a water break, as are the Scarlet Hawks now. 24:09 remaining in the matchup. 13 fouls against Illinois Tech to this point. Remember, both teams with a card, and now the down player for the Cougars is up to his feet. And that is Michael Sinise, the 5'7" freshman from Naperville, Illinois. Sinise has a goal this season for Concordia. A Concordia team that only has 6 goals. And you have to remember, this is a Concordia team that have not scored a goal since September 13th. So entering this matchup, it had been over 440 minutes of game action since Concordia's most recent goal, and obviously it continues to add up until they find the back of the net. But the most recent Concordia goal, it occurred on September the 13th. The goal from Philip Takarzi. That was in the 3rd minute of the 2-1 loss at the hands of Hope on September the 13th. A whistle here, and the foul will favor Illinois Tech. Piero Simitris maybe a little early on the restart, and now he sends it over. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. And now here's Mel. Opportunity for Illinois Tech to switch it, but everyone with their back to Paradiso. Simitris. Ball sent up the pitch by Balea. But it was pinball back towards Balea himself and possessed by Concordia. A chance to go for goal for the Cougars. Partially blocked as Krupa sort of ran through it. Falsino was able to get there to scoop it up. Ball sent up the pitch for Illinois Tech. This time for Concordia on the sideline, Michael Sinise did get checked out with the trainer, and he is up and walking around on the Concordia sideline. Concordia with another free kick opportunity here. They've got 5 players in the penalty area. One going to the front post, one going back post. Yanez was going front post. Now he goes around towards the back. Here's the play to the net. Pointer got a header on it, but it went wide. Mel will send it into the air. That was a good header from Pointer. It was just a line drive straight across the penalty area. It didn't go to the net. Kogayudo now play it up for Cal Graham. Graham will play it back to some support, but unfortunately his pass went wide and it was taken away by Avila. Back to Graham after all. Only for Concordia to regain possession. Ball being pinballed around midfield. Mill just trying to secure possession for the Scarlet Hawks. Pointer applying pressure to Falsino, who's just looking for an outlet. He'll go to Paradiso. It was Maresco who got the header on the ball. It goes out of play for a Scarlet Hawk throw. And now a Scarlet Hawk sub, which will be their leading scorer this season in Devin Zachary. 8 goals for Devin Zachary this season, including the goal that he scored on Saturday against MSOE in the 33rd minute. Zachary comes in to replace Athanasios Karagiannis, number 24. Piros Shemitris sends it down. Paradiso and Graham in pursuit of the ball. Maresco going to send it out. Not far enough into the corner. Scarlet Hawks will have to throw it here with 20 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the matchup. Krupa comes up with the ball after the sliding effort from Balea. Graham tries to turn. He's dispossessed. And now it's Ibarra. Ibarra with a good ball to the outside. He's looking for Figueroa. Figueroa's been all over the pitch this evening. Final 20 minutes of the matchup. Falsino, the recipient of the throw-in. Ball taken away by Figueroa. He plays it into Pointer. A chance to go for goal for Concordia, and it's blocked away. Pointer with another turn. Simitris comes away with it after all for Illinois Tech. And now the Scarlet Hawks with Graham play it out. One shot blocked. Concordia thought maybe there should have been a second shot on the sideline, but the ball was taken away by Illinois Tech. Delgado plays it back to the keeper, Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking to throw in, or is he going to play it up the pitch? Looks like Gutierrez going to send it down. Nice high kick into the Chicago night. Good gust of wind as he sent it airborne. Ball goes into the air off the foot of Mill, off the side of his foot. And now here comes Figueroa on the run for Concordia. Here's a build for the Cougars. Pointer with a turn. Not enough to turn and shoot. Cal Graham comes away with it for Illinois Tech. Graham is working 1-on-3. Limited support, it's Paradiso. Moresco is there, as is Avia. Good help from Avia to make Illinois Tech stall for a moment. De Santiago able to clear out briefly for Concordia. They have Avia at the top of your screen if they can switch it. Avia is calling for it, but the ball taken away by Kogayudo for a moment, only to be repossessed by Figueroa. Zachary sends it up to Balea. Balea goes down, and that'll be a foul as he goes into Ibarez. Kogayudo plays it over to Mill. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. They were looking for Graham, were the Scarlet Hawks. You got Scarlet Hawks players falling all over the pitch. They try to push down the field. But Concordia, again, comes away with possession. Kogayudo tries to play it off his chest. Now he plays it over to Mel. And Cal Graham. Seems like every time Graham gets it, he's just got his back towards the net. So he has to play it for a teammate. He finds Floyd this time. Floyd tries to make a play. The ball goes out for a Scarlet Hawk corner. Who's going to take the corner for Illinois Tech here? That'll actually have to wait as we get an official stoppage. And we get a yellow card. And we're going to get a card against Concordia. And it looks like that'll be a yellow card against Juan Moresco. I didn't see, I actually missed what happened to lead up to that yellow card. But the official was very upset. Maybe it was something Moresco said, or maybe it was a play earlier on, an advantage. But Moresco picks up the yellow. The ball comes in for Illinois Tech. It's punched out by Gutierrez as he goes over his own man to make sure this match remains scoreless. Trio of subs for Concordia. Ronaldo Joseph comes on. Vicente Romero and Isaac Hernandez. First time we'll see Hernandez this evening. Meanwhile, we saw Joseph and Romero earlier in the first half. Meanwhile, for Illinois Tech, one lone sub. That was Mateo Sanchez. And he'll come and replace Cal Graham. Final 16 minutes of the matchup here at Stewart Field. An opportunity to turn for the Scarlet Hawks. The ball goes out of play. We'll get a goal kick. Gutierrez. Switch pass here for Concordia. Justin Ibarez plays it over to Moresco. Moresco out there with Ronaldo Joseph trying to make himself an available target. There's a shot, goes off the back leg of Krupa. The shot taken there by Avia. Concordia throw in is Moresco. Romero Plays it back. Here's the cross. Falsino on the header. Couldn't quite get it. And now a foul on Illinois Tech. Clear-cut foul as Floyd knocks the man to the turf. And let's see if Floyd's going to get the card. Concordia has been calling for the cards all evening. They'll finally get one here as Carson Floyd picks up the yellow. The Concordia sideline, there have been a few fouls this evening where they maybe thought could have been upgraded to fouls. The official has disagreed for the majority of the evening. But for the first time, they found one that they could agree on, and Floyd will pick up the yellow card here for Illinois Tech. Second card of the evening against the Scarlet Hawks. Earlier tonight, it was Watson who picked up the card, his third of the season. Now Floyd gets one. Here's a shot. It goes in. And Floyd, after picking up the yellow card, clears the ball away. That card on Floyd, only his second this season. You would prefer none, but in the grand scheme of things, his second this year. Here's Sanchez. If you're curious who leads the team in yellow cards, it's Mateo Sanchez with 4. And here's Sanchez actually trying to make a play on the ball there, but a nice move by Ibarez to evade number 9 in white. Ball played back to the middle for Ibarez. Vicente Romero. Sanchez able to make the contact for Illinois Tech. And now it's Mateo Sanchez just looking for an outlet. Good job of making sure he was clear. And now Illinois Tech again playing the ball to the middle of the pitch. Kogayudo. Played it to the outside. This matchup has certainly been a defensive affair all evening long. But when you look at the numbers, I mean, Illinois Tech 15 fouls to this point. Self-inflicted errors. One of the offside calls against Concordia earlier was not an offside, it was a foul. So still only 6-2 in offside calls, with 6 for Illinois Tech. Along with 15 fouls, that's 21 violations. And now another one, and that'll get the ball back to Concordia. $16 fouls, 6 offside calls. That's 22 violations against Illinois Tech. Meanwhile, only 9 against Concordia, 7 fouls, 2 offside calls. Concordia has dominated the shot total tonight, 12-4. In fact, of their 12 shots, 4 have been on goal for Concordia. Illinois Tech's 4 shots, not a single one has actually officially been on goal. And another foul against Concordia. Illinois Tech with a player still down here holding the ankle. That appears to be Adrian Kogayudo. Now here's Mill. Mill with a nice lob into the net. A chance to go for goal. And Krupa. He sent it to the net right on Gutiel. That play developed quickly, but not quick enough to beat the keeper Gutiel as he makes the save to keep the match scoreless. Falsino now sends the ball airborne. Concordia had an opportunity to turn as Ronaldo Joseph had the ball. Now the ball sent airborne. A header going towards the Concordia sideline. The chase was run by Paradiso. Here's Mateo Sanchez with the ball. Sanchez working against Yanez. Most space Sanchez has had all evening, and now it's taken away by Concordia's defense. Good job by Yanez winning that battle and dispossessing Sanchez. Xavier Avila. Avila with a cross. He finds his target after all. It appeared Illinois Tech was going to win that ball. Here's DeSantiago, the shot for goal! Elias DeSantiago finds the back of the net, and Concordia takes a 1-0 advantage here late in the second half. In the 80th minute, it's Concordia with their first goal in almost 3 weeks. Concordia hadn't scored a goal since September the 13th. That goal came in the 3rd minute of a 2-1 loss. It was scored by Philip Tokarzi, and now it's Elias DeSantiago who scores the goal. Concordia goal scored by number 22, Elias DeSantiago, in the 80th minute. 1-0 Concordia as Kogayudo goes down. And now Illinois Tech will try to play the ball at the pitch. Samitra's looking for Paradiso. Paradiso looking to get back level, but unfortunately for Paradiso, ball cleared out by Concordia. September 13th, here we are October 2nd. Concordia with their first goal, almost a month. Kogayudo plays it in. The shot off the crossbar. Ball still out in front. We got a whistle, as Illinois Tech does put it in the back of the net, but there's going to be a foul as Gutiel, he ran into one of the players for Illinois Tech, or vice versa, as the official has called it a foul against Illinois Tech. Pretty good ball for Illinois Tech. They get the cross in front of the net, but unable to get the goal. Pointer and Nicholson getting set to come back in for Concordia. Two of the better offensive weapons for the Cougars. But here we are in the 81st minute. Illinois Tech, with time becoming an enemy, on their own pitch and in danger of losing their first 3 home conference matches of 2024. 4-1 to Edgewood, 5-1 to MSOE. And Illinois Tech, the team who continues, they only get 1 at home. Now on the night where 1 probably would be enough, they find themselves down 1-0. Skiba plays it to the middle of the pitch. Here's Mel. Mel, a turn, a shot, but it's blocked away. Concordia now sending it away. The Concordia sideline calling for a hold as Ronaldo Joseph plays it to the sideline. Vicente Romero plays it up for Ibarez. Avia. Back to Ibarez. Ibarez has had a productive stretch on the pitch since coming in as a reserve. Had a number of solid runs on the sideline for the Cougars. Scarlet Hawks with Sanchez leading. Sanchez has a run. Here is Mateo Sanchez, a chance to get back level, but he leaves it high off the south fencing. Garrett Pointer will check in for Concordia along with Spencer Nicholson. They'll be joined by Alexander Leovitz, and it appears that we will see for the first time this evening Jacob Coverman, number 33, the freshman out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, comes into the matchup. Gutiel sends it down. Illinois Tech now trailing 1-0 with 7:40 and counting remaining in the match. And as long as this is a 1-0 deficit for the Scarlet Hawks, those self-inflicted mistakes will stand out more and more as that clock continues to tick. And if you're Illinois Tech, when you're talking conference matchups in any sport, you never want to say you should win, but on paper, this is a match that appeared Illinois Tech should win. And right now they trail and looking to get the equalizer. The header goes wide left for the Scarlet Hawks. On paper, you're taking on a team in Concordia that's 1-7, 0-4 in conference. Their only win this season came against Kuiper College, which is not an NCAA school. And also, Concordia hadn't scored in almost a month. Falsito will run it down. And for Illinois Tech, with all of those things coming into this matchup to seem like they were in their favor, here they are trailing with 6.5 minutes, 1-0 to Concordia. In a jumbled NAC conference. The standings in the NAC. We talking about 5 through last. If Concordia wins this, last will certainly be in the mix. As remember, they'll have the tiebreaker over Illinois Tech. And Illinois Tech would have then, if results hold, have fallen to 1-3. The only other team in the conference that is winless is Marion. They are 0-3-1 in conference play, 1-6-3 on the season. Every team has an overall win to this point, with both Marion and Concordia bringing up the rear, along with Rockford and Concordia, Wisconsin, with just one overall win. 4 teams with only one. Got a player down on the pitch for Illinois Tech, and the clock stops with 5:24. Paradiso back to his feet, but he's hobbling off the pitch here. He's being carried by Nick Skiba. And Athanasius Karagiannis will come on to replace Paradiso. Hernandez comes off for Concordia as they get Ocampo back out there. Elsewhere in the NAC, Aurora won 4-0 earlier today against Rockford. Concordia, University of Wisconsin, that match has gone final. They win it 3-1 over St. Norbert. Dominican up 3-0 against Lakeland, as that match is currently in the 80th minute. And another stoppage here at Stewart Field. Edgewood with a 3-1 advantage over Benedictine. That match at the 85th minute. And we get a yellow card against Pointer for Concordia of Chicago. Elsewhere, MSOE and Marion are deadlocked at 3 in the 83rd minute. Mentioned that was an offensive affair. Well, that one might come down to the last shot. 3 different players scoring for MSOE over there. Marion with 2 goals in their match from Connor Sanderfoot. Final 5 minutes here at Stewart Field as Illinois Tech tries to find that equalizer against the Concordia Chicago Cougars. Ball played to the sideline and it goes out for an Illinois Tech throw. Final 4 minutes and change. Ball played back. And now a switch for Illinois Tech. They have Karagiannis, and that's going to be the target on the outside line. But that run, that's going to be a long run. And as a result, that one goes to Gutierrez. Gutierrez now just going to cover up and lay on the ball as he draws Skiba in for Illinois Tech. Clock management and ball control for Concordia. That's going to be key these final 4 minutes. And I have to say this, ball control has been on their side the entire evening. The back line has done a great job of controlling the field position That's been a major reason why Illinois Tech has so many offside calls to this point of the evening. Ball played out near midfield for Concordia. Krupaw's going to make a play here. Oh, a header is a little light, but it goes back to Falsino. Falsino going to fling the ball on the throw out. He sent it over to Athanasius Karagiannis. Now Illinois Tech trying to flip the ball. Ball goes out of play for a Scarlet Hawk throw. Illinois Tech, at least at this point, trying to get the equalizer here, trying to get back level to at least get the tie in conference play. But Concordia in that back line, they've done a great job. And as I say that, here's build up for Zachary. Zachary goes for goal. The shot goes wide. Karagiannis is going to have to run this down. Karagiannis on the cross, looking for Zachary. The header to the net, into the hands of Gutiel, who's just going to let some time run and cover up again as he lets Demetrius run it down. The official having some words with Piros Simitris. It looked like he may have had a word with the official. And that might draw a card on Simitris. It did not draw a card, or yes it did. So Piros Simitris will pick up the yellow with 2:34 remaining in the match. Third yellow card of the season for Simitris. And just an all around, statistically, this will not go down as one of the finest nights in terms of discipline for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's soccer team. When you look at the 4 yellow cards, 16 fouls, and 7 offside calls. But in these final 2 minutes, they just want to try to get level with the Cougars. A sliding tackle goes out of play. Great effort from Concordia, and once again, that line doing their part as we're inside 2 minutes. Illinois Tech trying to bring everyone up. Falsino's out near midfield. The ball goes in. The header comes after a whistle. And now a foul. Looks like it will favor Concordia. Everyone is confused on the field. There's 100 seconds remaining in the match. One of the officials has a yellow card. And I'm not sure who he was looking for. So he's going to give it to Alexander Leovitz. So 30 for Concordia, picks up the yellow. So after all was said and done, we find out Illinois Tech will get a corner. So final 100 seconds of the match, minute 40. Coach Marlon McKenzie of Illinois Tech is even asking, so what was the call there? He doesn't know the call, but Illinois Tech will benefit. Final minute 40 to go. 1:40 on the clock. Illinois Tech getting ready. Clock resumes now. Ball comes in. Goes high off the crossbar and out of play. Concordia now with a chance to take the air out of the ball, which is something they did very well near the end of the first half. Nathan Gutiel puts the ball down, and he sends it away. The 1 minute call coming up shortly. Balea sets up Simitris. Simitris with a good touch pass on the ball. The shot for the Scarlet Hawks goes, it bounces off Gutiel. Skiba charges on the backside, and the save from Gutiel. Inside a minute to go here at Stewart Field. Concordia with their first goal since September 13th. And it looks like they're going to get out of here with their first conference win of the season. And for Illinois Tech, they have to figure it out. But they have not been able to protect Stewart Field from NAC opponents as it looks like Concordia going to be on their way to their second win of the season. Concordia trying to send it down. Krupa comes away with it. He plays it back to the back line of the Cougars. 13 seconds to go. The throw's got to come in. Here's the final 10-second count. Ball into the penalty area. Last gasp effort for the Scarlet Hawks. Kogayuta's going to have to go for goal. He does just that. It's wide left of the net. And the Concordia of Chicago Cougars get their first win in conference play of 2024. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks have been unable to win in conference at home. It was a 4-1 loss to Edgewood, a 5-1 loss to MSOE. And on the night where one would have been enough for a win, the Scarlet Hawks get shut out by a team that hadn't scored in just under or maybe just over 3 weeks. What a win for the Concordia of Chicago Cougars. The lone goal from Elias de Santiago in the 80th minute, and it's the second win for the Cougars. That'll wrap it up for all of our crew here at Stewart Field. We're glad that you could join us here on this Wednesday evening. But once again, our final, 1-0. The Concordia University of Chicago Cougars go to 2-7 on the season, 1-4 in conference play. Meanwhile, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, unable to score this evening, they fall to 5-3-2 on the season and fall to 1-3 in conference play. Once again, for all of our crew at Stewart Field, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's soccer. We'll see you next Wednesday for women's soccer when the Scarlet Hawks take on the Dominican Stars. Good night from Chicago.